Been a while since I've done one of these, so I saw someone streaming earlier, and I kind of thought might be nice to just try doing this again. Uh, Last time I played Adrian Odyssey 2 Untold. I don't really have the save files anymore, so I won't be continuing that playthrough. But for what I'm doing now, hopefully I will be able to finish it all the way through to the end. Um, no idea who's gonna watch me tonight or if anybody actually will. I've actually live streamed with no one watching me before, and yeah, that was fun, I guess. Wonder, can I view the chat through OBS itself? I don't know. It's been a good while since I've used OBS for this. So yeah, I haven't started playing yet because I'm kind of waiting for, somebody to join, but could take a while, so might be a good idea to just start as soon as possible. Um, Man, but you never know. I mean, people are home, so. But, of course, you got to take time zones into account and all that stuff. And there's also the fact that, yeah, I don't know what I'm saying right now. But yeah, there was a time period when I was doing Ed Train Odyssey. Like, I would come here like every week or so. For Professor Layton, I don't really have a set schedule or anything. I'll kind of just figure that out as I do this. If I'm to keep doing this and stuff. Um, but one thing that will remain true, though, is that if I do this, it'll probably be start somewhere around 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, somewhere around 8 to 9, usually, but like Pacific Standard Time, somewhere around there. That's never going to change. And I just noticed Twitch said I was off mine. Uh, let's see if I can get. If Okay, Discord says that I'm playing Professor Layton. I should probably change the title. Okay, let's see. Professor Layton and the Curious Village. No special title or anything. Just Professor Layton and the Curious Village. Can't even tell how many people are watching this right now. It's just telling me the total people that have come to my page before. God, it is fucking quiet. No one here. I'm all alone. I'm all alone, so I'm sad. Um, how long am I just gonna screw around? It's been like what? It's been a few minutes. I'm just screwing around. Um, well, jeez. I'm still like I don't use OBS that much, so I'm not quite used to it right now. Okay, so it looks like somebody's here, so I'm not all alone. um, I will be starting in a little bit. So this so for those unfamiliar with the series, this is a visual novel point and click adventure type game, and it's good. It has you solve puzzles. You play as a college professor, and yeah. There's even a crossover with Ace Attorney, which was what led me to getting into this series. And the crossover, I'll probably stream that one day too, and I freaking love the crossover. Uh, so yeah, now to just post about my stream somewhere else, and then I can get started. Okay. not turn on the game. It's... Alright, here it is. Oh, no, that one person left. I am sad. The one viewer I had is gone. Alright. Well, even if no one's here, I better get started. Alright. Let's do this. I'm all on my own. So it's time to be sad. Alright. So, let's just jump right into it. Okay, first we will name. I clicked on the wrong screen. I'm not supposed to click on the video instead of the game. Whoop. Well, now I can just go back to doing the game. Now, if a certain somebody are here, telling me my name's Dave.
The things we saw that day in the village became a secret we would have to keep from everyone for the rest of our lives. Because, you see...
And this is one of the shorter games in the series. It's also the first. It's also the first one. So, yeah, because it's the first one, that's why I'm starting with it. But I figured it wouldn't be a bad place to start, since it wouldn't take too long to get through it. I'm still sad that I'm all alone. Somebody join, please.
I don't understand, Professor. Why are we going to help solve an inheritance dispute?
Okay.
Luke, my boy, do you really think I would take on such an ordinary request as that? Oh no, this is an altogether unique and exciting situation, and it has piqued my intellectual curiosity. But I suppose it would be best to explain the case before we arrive at our destination. 2 months ago, Baron Augustus Reinhold passed away.
It's always sad when somebody dies.
Shortly after his death, his will was disclosed. The contents of it were fascinating, to say the least.
Jeez. I need to click on the...
The Reinhold family treasure, the golden apple, is hidden somewhere within this village. To whomever successfully locates this treasure, I offer the whole of my estate. Naturally, those who attended the reading of the will immediately set out in search of the golden apple. But in the end, everybody came back empty-handed. It turns out that no one had even heard of such a treasure existing, until it's mentioned in the will.
Wow, that's some puzzle, all right.
Quite. Augustus Reinhold staked his entire fortune just to create one more puzzle before his death. What a perplexing individual. I wish I could have met him while he was still alive.
It certainly sounds like you two would have gotten along, Professor. By the way...
Oh yeah, one thing I should mention is how Luke has a different voice in the US releases of these games than in the UK version. I'm not exactly sure why. I will say I do prefer his UK voice. And another odd thing is the crossover with Ace Attorney, the US release, still uses his UK voice. Which, you know, it's kind of odd that the US release of the crossover uses his UK voice.
Some speculated
when in all the other games they change it.
While others say it could be a gem.
Oh well.
Yet its identity remains elusive. But Luke, I can't shake the feeling that this matter is linked linked to some larger mystery. Something huge.
Aha! Is that your famous intuition acting up again, Professor?
Well, our first step is getting to town.
This is all so exciting. I hope St. Mystere is ready for the famous archaeologist and puzzle-solving detective, Professor Layton.
So, you know, when I think about this, I wonder if I'm actually going to be able to get through all of the games. Because, like, I'm starting with Curious Village, and then I'm going to do the DS games in order. After that, I'll probably do Miracle Mask, but then again, I'm probably going to be using Citra, so I have no idea how I'm going to do gyro controls for one of the puzzles, because one of the puzzles has you tilt your 3DS, and I'm going to have to find a workaround if I'm going to do it in Citra. And I'll probably stream versus Ace Attorney at some point, and Azran Legacy, and
Lady Dahlia has asked me to investigate the situation.
I'm definitely looking forward to streaming Layton's Mystery Journey, but that's going to be further down the line. I'm just going to do this for now.
It seems she came across my name by chance when reading an article about me in the papers.
And you immediately decided to take her up on her request, huh?
Oh, well, Luke, a true gentleman never refuses the request of a beautiful lady.
If you say so, Professor.
Beautiful lady, huh? Well, not all beautiful women can be trusted, though.
Look at the
Then again,
and help me with directions.
not all beautiful men can be trusted either. I mean, look at... I was going to say it, but then again, that would be a spoiler for a game. And, you know, I'm talking about Professor Layton right now. I don't want to spoil a completely different game. I mean, it's the same genre, kind of.
Lady Dahlia seems to have given us a test. We'll need to decipher this map in order to find the village.
I am still sad that I'm all alone.
To see if we're capable of cracking the mystery surrounding the
well, if anybody's gonna... Well, some people will probably watch this after I,
give it a go, Luke?
Probably gonna use a Twitch leecher and just download the video when it's done, upload it to one of my channels on YouTube. I mean, I haven't done that with all of my streams, so some of my stuff's completely lost. But, hopefully,
Very well,
I can just be consistent with Professor Layton.
Think of it as a warm-up for things to come.
And here we go, on to the first puzzle. This puzzle is worth 10 out of 10. Alright, my village is on a road that leads to no other towns. I look forward to seeing you there. Use your stylus to draw a circle around the right village, and then touch submit. Okay, so what we gotta do is figure out which one. It has no other towns, on a road that leads to no other towns. So it can't be these ones. It can't be these ones, so it would have to be this one. There we go.
Well, here's my guess.
Did it.
Layton's apprentice saves the day.
Good.
There we go. Now we should be able to make our way to the village.
Right you are. We should see it on the horizon any moment now.
Huh? Professor, do you mean to say you already figured out the town's location?
I'm afraid I couldn't help myself. A basic puzzle like that is easy enough to solve with a glance.
Oh, you dick. I'm kidding.
You'd best gather your things, Luke. We've arrived.
Alright. Now, I'm not intending to do like a 100% playthrough of this. I'm gonna play through till the end of the game. So I'm not gonna try to do like every single puzzle, but like I'll do what I can. And yeah, I'll try to use my own brain power for the most part. But I will say I'm not always the brightest, but you know, some of these puzzles I kind of remember how to do, so not all of them will give me trouble. But there are some that really Alright, we're gonna be doing the next puzzle soon. And here we go. That's tall ass tower. We going into this place is called Saint Mystere, I believe. It's been a while since I played Curious Village. It was like what, last year I think maybe. Interesting. It appears that this Interesting. It appears that this drawbridge is the entrance to the village. And we're stuck on the outside. What should we do, Professor? Oh, look over there. There's a man standing on the other side of the river. Maybe he can help us. Tap an area to investigate. Alright. Good day, sir. We'd very much like to gain access to the village. Could you please drop the bridge for us? Do I look like the sort to go dropping the bridge for a bunch of fancy-looking outsiders? You got a lot of nerve. We received a letter of invitation from Lady Dahlia. I don't suppose that changes things, does it? From Lady Dahlia? Well then, I'd sure like to lower the bridge for you, Mr. Fancy Pants. But the engine is busted, and I can only move this blasted bridge with the hand crank. There's all these infernal slots I could put the crank in, but I got no clue which one to use. So, smart guy, you got any idea which one is the right one? Alright. There's no way to lower the bridge and get across without inserting the crank into the correct slot. Choose the slot that fits the crank shown below. Alright, so I can tap, change the angle. Alright, so a spike comes out of bottom part of a flat part, so it can't be number 2. And 3 has the rectangles coming out of the corners. Doesn't have the rectangles coming out of the corners like this image does, so that would mean it has to be 1. 1.
That should do it.
There we go.
Critical thinking is the
Like, I have this, like, right next to OBS, and, like, part of me keeps wanting to click on my OBS, to hit my OBS preview rather than the game itself. Like, that's a problem. That'll do it. Hold on a second. I'll let her down. I'm gonna say it again. I just don't feel right about letting outsiders into Saint Mystere. But if you're Lady Dahlia's guest, I guess I better. At least give her my regards, you hear? Okay, looks like we can get in now. Still by myself. Yes, we finally arrived at Saint Mystere. I'm so excited. I wonder what mysteries await us here. Ha ha ha. Well, Luke, we'll find out soon enough. Just be careful not to let your excitement cloud your ability to analyze your surroundings. I say, Luke, this is a perfect time to explain how to move about during our investigation. Give that shoe-shaped icon in the lower right portion of the touchscreen a tap with your stylus. After you do this, a set of arrows will appear on screen. Tap one to head in that direction. So remember, when you want to move, just tap the shoe. Go on then, give it a try. Okay. Also, we have access to the trunk now. You can view journal entries, which they give you just recaps on stuff that's happened. Most of the time, I don't bother reading them. The top, and yeah. Also, one thing I should say is the Layton games, they mainly take place on the touchscreen. The DS ones did. The 3DS ones, they switched to the top screen because you can't do the 3D effect on the bottom, and, they couldn't take advantage of the 3DS if they stuck to the bottom screen. So on the top screen, we can see how many picarettes we have, and you get more. If you get more puzzles right, you mess them up, you get less from the puzzles. And the thing is, you use these to spend on like bonus stuff at the end of the game. I'm not really gonna worry about that bonus stuff because like my plan is to just get to the end of the game. Uh, and probably don't want to spend too much time just explaining all of this either because that'll make it take too long. But want to have stuff to talk about. Want to make sure I'm talking when I need to, so I don't go too quiet for too long because that's kind of an issue I have sometimes. So you see how many puzzles found, how many solved. Hint coins. If you're stuck, you can spend these to get hints. They're not always that useful though. Mysteries. You can take a look. A list of mysteries will just show up here, and you'll find out more about them as you go on. The late Baron Reinhold hid this item Saint Mystere just before dying and has promised the whole of his fortune to the one who finds it. No one has any clue as to what the golden apple is, or what it might be, or where it is hidden. And then you can access puzzles you've cleared anytime from here, but I have no need to do that right now. We could also save our game. That's like the best modern game, being able to save. Alright, let's talk to this guy. Also, here's something that I should point out about Curious Village. When you click on anybody, you'll see that exclamation point. In later games, you only see it when you trigger a puzzle. Honestly, though, this was like my second Layton game. I played it after the crossover with Ace Attorney. Crossover with Ace Attorney being my first. What a dandy set of fellows you two are. Must be new to Saint Mystere, eh? Name's Stash and Scarfin, and I've got some advice for you. Go tap that barrel back there with your stylus. Don't ask questions, just do it. Yeah? Felt good, didn't it? Around these parts, that's what we call a hint coin. When you find yourself up against a doozy of a puzzle, you'll want a hint. Trust me on this one, fellows. And it's just those times when you'll want to use a hint coin to purchase a hint. Bet you think puzzles will be a breeze now, eh? Think again. There are a limited number of hint coins in this world, so don't go wasting hint coins on any old riddles. Because if you do, when you come across a real stumper, you'll be sorry. Real sorry. Yeah, we have this thing called the internet. Although the internet would give you more than just a hint. Mind you, hint coins won't always be stuffed inside barrels. Check any object that seems suspicious. Well, I don't always know where they're gonna be, so I just kind of tap anywhere. Got all that? Good. Be seeing you around. Wonder if that inn gets many guests out here in the country. Wonder. Just looking for hint coins, seeing if I can find any more. They're usually I'd say there's usually at least 3 in an area. Somewhere around that many, I'd think. Oh, hello. Pleasure to meet you. Welcome to St. Mystere, where our local export is the puzzle. Oh, before I forget, you should know that every time you solve a puzzle, you earn a set number of picarettes. The more picarettes a puzzle is worth, the tougher the puzzle will be. They say lovely things happen when you gather enough picarettes. Imagine that, a reward for solving puzzles. For practice, try this little riddle that your hat reminded me of. Think good and hard before you answer. These 4 top hats are all the same height, but the length of each brim is different. In other words, the hats are equally tall but vary in width. One of these 4 hats has a brim and height that are the same length. Which hat is it? It's a good question. Very good question. Okay, figured it out.
There we go. Another puzzle solved.
I'm doing okay so far, but I'm probably not gonna... But don't expect me to be perfect. I know I'm gonna screw up somewhere. Oh, bravo. I think you've got the hang of this. Try your options one by one, you'll eventually find the answer. Sometimes I guess. However, you'll also encounter lots of puzzles that can't be solved by simply trying all the answers. Yeah, because it would take too damn long. If you answer incorrectly, the picarats you can earn from a puzzle decrease. Tough stuff, hmm? Goes to show you how important it is to think for yourself and find the answer on your own. Well then, best of luck to you. I'll be rooting for you too. Okay. Go forward. I've been thinking, Professor, shouldn't we be keeping a record of our investigation? You've brought up a very good point, Luke. Let me explain how to go about saving your game. Well, I already did that. First, tap your stylus on the trunk in the upper right corner of the touchscreen. This trunk contains all manner of information that you can access by tapping the icons. Touch the icon marked Save to save your game. Tap the journal icon to read over notes about our adventure in St. Mystere. Next, we have the puzzle index icon. Tap it to view all the puzzles you've encountered. Puzzles you've solved have a check next to them. Puzzles you've seen but haven't solved are blank. You can retry any puzzles you've solved from this screen. To retry puzzles that you haven't solved yet, you must return to the actual site of the puzzle. Alright, I didn't read that line. Shoot. Enough explanation for now. Let's make our way to Reinhold Manor. An arrow marks our path on the map, so all we need to do is head in the correct direction. Alright, you are here. Head here. Okay. Chapter 1. Reinhold Manor awaits. Make your way to Reinhold Manor on the east side of town. Save your progress. Yes, I would love to save my progress. Alright, let's look for hint coins. That clock tower is rather worse for the wear. Speaking of clocks, I've got just the puzzle for you. Admittedly, it concerns a more modern type of clock, but never mind that minor detail. Oh yeah, you can actually draw on here. There's a separate notes section in later games. Imagine a digital clock like the one shown below. How many times will the clock display 3 or more of the same number in a row over the course of one day? In case you were wondering, the clock in this puzzle displays time on a 12-hour scale, not on military time. Okay, it'll make things a bit easier. Because I have the emulator kind of small, I'm gonna not work out the math here, because it would take up too much space. Also, one thing I should note is there are plenty of differences between these games and countries. Like, there are plenty of differences just between the US and UK alone. You don't even have to compare US to Japan. You'll find plenty of differences with US and UK, even with just their titles. I mean, Curious Village is pretty much the same everywhere, but the second game is Diabolical Box in the US, but it's called Pandora's Box elsewhere. Just pretty interesting, isn't it? Okay. So, but I'm not sure if you care about my fun facts, but then again, why wouldn't you be here? Like, why would you be here if you don't give a crap about Professor Layton? I mean, you'd have to have some interest in Professor Layton, or me at least, to be here watching me. Right? Not to sound like a narcissist or anything, but I'm just saying. Watch content by... You'd either have to be interested in Layton, or content by me to be watching my live stream about Professor Layton. Kind of how it works. Precisely the answer I was looking for, Luke. Well done, my boy. Alright. Damn it. Don't Don't click on the preview, Connor. Game. Doesn't look like it's going to open anytime soon. Okay. I'm looking for... Okay, there we go. I was looking for hit points. Why don't we see what that person has to say first, Professor? So I'm required to see what this person has to say. Okay. I see how it is. Oh, hello. I'm Percy, St. Mystere's unofficial writer-in-residence. Reinhold Manor, you ask? Head up that road to the right. It's immense, so you'll know when you see it. But before you go, why not try your hand at this puzzle I thought up? See if you can figure out which house is mine from the instructions I give you. I'll even sweeten the deal for you. If you manage to solve this puzzle, I'll tell you about this village. So, how about it? You will try, won't you? After all, a writer is nothing without an audience. You're making me do your homework? Well, technically it's not his homework. Homework. Can you find my house? Go out from the front door of my place and turn left. At the first intersection you come across, take a right. Turn right again at the following intersection, you'll come face to face with the sun. Circle my house. Could draw a dick if I wanted to, but I'm not going to. I mean, I probably could, but I wonder. Probably right. I could write the F word in cursive, kind of. Please redraw your circle. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that wasn't accurate at all, but... Well, not that accurate, because, you know, I've never been that good at cursive. So, yeah. So, just gotta figure out where the house is. Okay. Okay, I'm good.
That should do it.
There we go.
Another puzzle solved.
See, I'm a pro, alright? I'm a pro. I know what I'm doing. See? I'm a pro because I know what I'm doing until I fuck up, alright? Impressive. I thought I'd set out quite the puzzle, but you made short work of it. Now for that gossip I promised you. The Reinhold family owns all of the land this village is built upon. I hear they own all the buildings too. I guess you could say this town sort of belongs to the Reinholds. Well, I'll be on my way now. But rest assured that next time we meet, I'll have a harder puzzle for you. Puzzle 4, where's my house? It's now on your puzzle index. Alright. Let's move on. Clicking on the right screen. Yeah, I guess I can't just go and do whatever I want. I gotta go progress the plot. Oh well. Professor, look at that man standing in the street. He's blocking the path up to Reinhold Manor. How terribly rude. Perhaps he'll move for us, but I have a feeling that he has no intention of doing anything of the sort. Instead, I'm just gonna look for hint coins. Yeah, well, I kind of just like hit random areas on the screen just to see what happens. It's usually what I do. Can I go in here yet, or do I have to make some progress first? Yeah, I have to make some progress first, okay. I guess that makes sense, though. Hold up. Never seen you two here before. What's a couple of fresh faces like yourselves doing here? We're here by invitation of the... We're here by invitation of the Reinholds. Now, if you'll excuse us, we have business through the gate. Business with the Reinholds, is it? So? Is it so? Something strange here. Yeah, you're a fishy pair. I don't trust you, that's for sure, but I'll let you pass if you can solve this riddle, see? Just to warn you, it's a tough one. It's not gonna be easy. It's gonna be easy in it? No way. Definitely not gonna be easy. Yeah, this puzzle. Well, gonna do it. I have to. So, let's get into this. Here we have 8 small weights that all look the same. However, one of the weights in the group is slightly lighter than the rest. Using the scale 2 times, you can find out which of these weights is lighter than the rest. So which weight is the light one? Also, I believe this one's kind of randomized, so it's kind of different each time. And if you like restart, it will affect the results and stuff. So yeah, let's see. Okay, what we should do is all right. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Weigh these. All right. Right. All right. So after, so the left side was lighter. All right. So now I can do this. Hmm. All right. I've got it. All right. Let's see.
Luke, here's my answer.
Fuck.
Frankly, I'm ashamed.
Damn it! I didn't mean to quit. If you can't solve a little puzzle like this, there ain't no way I'm letting you pass through. I kind of wish this puzzle was optional because it's such a crappy, annoying puzzle, but nothing I can do about that. So let's just do this again. Thought I was doing it right, but I guess not. Let's try again. Okay, so what you want to do is do this, see which one's lighter. Alright, so 1, 2, 3. Alright. Alright, so 1, 2, 3 is heavier. Okay. Yeah, I must have messed something up earlier. Alright. Now, something is... Alright, so 4 and 5. Okay. Let's see if this is the answer.
Luke, here's my answer.
There we go. End my life. I want to die. Wow, I've been here for more than half an hour, and nobody is watching me. This is sad. This is sad. I am sad. Oh well. I mean, yeah, it was pretty cool that time period where I was able to get somebody to come back like every week and so. But I'm still gonna put this up for people to see later, and they can see if they think I'm worth watching or not. I put my stream. I kind of archived my stream stuff on my extra YouTube channel, the same one where I put Phoenix Wrongs up. Then again, people don't really watch that channel unless I do the Phoenix Wrongs. But I'm thinking about just like threatening to not make them again if I don't get more subscribers on like my main channel or something. I mean, Yeah, I mean, I just make them when I feel like it, so. But yeah, I'm probably going to tell people that if they want to see more of that kind of stuff, they should consider subscribing to my main channel. Hey, not bad. Pretty sharp bunch, aren't you? Pair of good sharp apples, the two of you. So, have we satisfied you? May we pass now? Of course you can pass. Move along, and you better make sure to give my regards to Lady Dahlia. Also, this game, I believe it can be completed in like 7 to 9 hours. But like, I heard from a friend that they actually beat it in 3 somehow. I don't know how that's possible, but like, then again, you just have to be like really good at the puzzles, probably. Are there any hint coins anywhere around here? Alright, let's talk to this guy then. And just who might you be? My name is Layton, and this is my assistant. We received an invitation to visit Reinhold Manor. Ah, yes, ahoo-hoo-hoo. We've all been expecting you, Professor Layton. But, ahoo-hoo, you'll have to excuse my skepticism. Can't trust anyone these days, you know? For all I know, you could just be another hooligan in a top hat. Ahoo-hoo-hoo. So, how do I know you're the real Layton? Did you hear that, Professor? The nerve of this fellow! Surely you weren't going to go through with this after an insult like that. Now, Luke, settle down. Sir, are you saying that you'd like to test me to see if I'm the real Professor Layton? Precisely, Professor Layton. Now, if you don't mind, would you please solve this puzzle for me? Number 7, wolves and chicks. Okay. So, get the 3 wolves and 3 chicks seen below to the other side of the river while obeying the following conditions. No more than 2 animals can ride the raft at the same time. There must be at least 1 animal on the raft in order for it to move. If more wolves and chicks stay on either side of the river, the wolves will eat the chicks and you'll have to start over. You can move the raft as many times as you can, but this feat can be accomplished in as few as 11 moves. Well, let's start by doing this. Yeah, so I can't do that. Okay. No, I need 2 across first. And then I'll bring the chick back. Then I think... Yeah, because... Yeah, that'll work. Okay. And I can't bring a chick back because one will get eaten if I do that. Fuck. No, I should have brought a wolf and a chick back. Maybe. I don't know. No, I gotta bring the chick back. I'll bring the chick back. Oh no, yeah. Frick. I'm kind of being a dumbass right here. Okay. Bring the chick back. Bring the wolves. Bring the wolves across. Okay. Now they're here. And this will become an even number. Okay, now I can drag the wolf back. Get these wolves on. And... Oh hey, what do you know? I did it in 11 moves! I'm like I'm like a fucking genius right here. I'm gonna be crying myself to sleep. Because I didn't accomplish this kind of shit in my school day. Oh god, I'm dying. Well done. This puzzle can be solved in as few as 11 trips. How many trips did it take you? Only 11, because I'm a genius, obviously. Do excuse my earlier rudeness. Let me show you to the manor. Everyone's waiting for you. Everyone? I was under the impression that Lady Dahlia was the only person expecting me. Right this way, please. Okay, can I find hint coins now? Okay, there's a hint coin. Let's see. I don't want to hear about the mansion. Give me hint coins. Hint coins. I want hint coins, not puzzles. Wow, look at these flowers. They sure are pretty. Indeed they are. I'm sure someone put a lot of work into raising them. Oh, that reminds me. Would you like to hear a puzzle about raising flowers? You bet, Professor. Let's hear it. Alfred and Roland have been hired by a farm to sow flower seeds. They've been assigned to a 10-acre plot of land and split in half so they can work independently. Roland starts from the east and Alfred from the west. Alfred can plow land at a rate of 20 minutes per acre, and Roland takes 40 minutes to plow, but sows seeds at 3 times the speed Alfred does. If sowing the seeds on the 10-acre plots pays $100, how much of that money should go to Roland? This game takes place in, Europe, so... the entire Layton series takes place in, Europe or so why... so why don't we use, Europe currency and units of measurement? Because, the US releases use US stuff. You'd think the people in the West would be too dumb to understand. Because, I don't know about that one, guys, because they actually teach us that shit in school. They teach us the metric system because the rest of the world doesn't use it. And it's so we don't confuse people when we go visit the rest of the world. Because, they don't really most people on the other side of the ocean don't really understand our units of measurement. That's why we learn their units. In case we go over to their countries, and you know what? I'm just going on and saying the same crap over and over again. That's a horrible habit. That's a horrible habit my mom has, and I don't want to do the same thing. Correct. Good thinking, Luke. All right. Well, I'm going to give up on hint coins here for now. Is this the manor, Professor? Oh yeah, so I should probably... One thing I should say is I'm not using a capture card or anything, because, I don't have a capture card. Yeah, I do own Curious Village. I also have a modded 3DS, so I can actually dump games myself. So, there's that. So, don't have to be a bad boy and download from the internet. You can just download them straight. I can just rip them straight from the cartridge to my 3DS, and then take them to my computer later. Yeah. But since I don't have a capture card, and my 3DS is an old model, so I can't do the recording thing on there because only the new 3DS can do that. So I'm using an emulator to make things easier. Plus, DS emulators run much better than 3DS emulators, so that's why I'm kind of hesitant about getting to the later Layton games. But, we can worry about those ones when the time comes. For now, I'm just gonna worry about this. Alright, so, the DS emulator I used to use was Desmium, but, it had a really nasty habit of, speeding up and slowing down at random times. I'm actually using a different one now that it actually started development a few years ago, if I'm not mistaken, so It's a more recent emulator, and I gotta say, so far I think it's actually kind of better than Desmium. Um, I mean, I haven't really had that many issues with this. It's positively gigantic. Just look at the size of it. Certainly seems like we've come to the right place. Okay, chapter solved. The professor and Luke finally arrive at Reinhold Manor. Well, that was a short-ass chapter. Let's head in, shall we? But chapter 2 doesn't start yet. Yes, sir. Wrong screen, Connor, damn it. Welcome to Reinhold Manor. Thank you for coming. I am Matthew, butler and servant to the Reinhold family. Everyone is waiting upstairs for you. Ah, but before you go, I have a message from Lady Dahlia. She has requested that you take a look at this puzzle. Please, do not be taken aback. Madam has the strangest sense of propriety sometimes. Sometimes I can't read. Yeah, I know how to move a match. The puzzle. One poor pooch. Okay. This is an interesting one. Okay. The matches below are arranged in the shape of a dog. The poor little guy was just minding his own business when a car came barreling down the road and ran him over. Sad. Well, at least it's not a cat. Okay, but in all seriousness, I really wouldn't want this to happen to a dog. Like, I'm not a big fan of dogs, but you know, it's still really, really sad. I mean, I do care more for my cat, but like, I'd be kind of upset if my dog got hurt. Okay. Move two matches to change the picture so that it shows the dog after the accident. All puzzles are a matter of perspective, so don't assume you'll be looking at the dog from the side by the time you finish with this one. Okay. Ah. God. When am I gonna learn? No, that's not the match I wanted to use. I wanted to use this one. You know, if somebody were watching with me, I could, like, you know, talk to them about stuff. Could probably ask them, like, some questions, like, I don't know, have you been watching any anime or something? Like, just recently I finished watching Anonymous Noise. It was actually pretty good. I liked it. Lately I've been watching a little Snow Fairy Sugar. It's alright so far. I was kind of in the mood to start watching some older shows. Shut the fuck up, Train. I was kind of in the mood to watch some older shows, so that's kind of how I got started watching it. Yeah, it's alright so far. We'll see what I think later. I mean, I haven't watched much for old anime, but I intend to watch more in the future. So, and you know, I'm watching it now while I'm in the mood, and you know, the little Snow Fairy Sugar was on High Dive, and you know, I have High Dive access right now because of my Verve subscription. So, I'm gonna take advantage of that while my access to High Dive lasts. Because I'm still gonna have I'm still gonna have money in my account at the end of this month, but not enough to get the entirety of Verve, so I'll probably just spend on the Crunchyroll channel or something. Yeah, it's absolutely correct. My commendations, sir. Again, I do apologize for the strangeness of the request. Now please walk this way. We mustn't keep Lady Dahlia and company waiting. One poor pooch is now in your puzzle index. Somebody please watch me. I'm lonely here. Oh, God. Bookshelves seem to line every wall of this estate. The Baron must have been the avid reader. It's important to keep your mind in sharp, Luke, so why don't you give this puzzle a go? Oh, this is a strange one. This is an interesting one. Alright, here's a quick and easy one. The first letter of the alphabet is A, and the letter B comes after the letter A. However, the letter you need to worry about is the last one. What's the last letter of the alphabet? Hint. It isn't Z. Oh no. What could it be if it's not Z? Oh no. Oh my God. There's like nothing else it could be. No, it's not an elf. No, it's not a bee. It's the last letter of. It meant the last. It meant the last letter of the word alphabet. Gosh. Ugh. You know, like enunciation stuff. Like I used to have like this really bad. After a while, I got over it, but then it kind of came back. So it kind of just comes and goes for me. So yeah, I do mess up when speaking every now and then. Even more so when I'm like reading stuff usually. So I struggle a lot when I'm doing my scripts for my reviews and stuff. How did you like that puzzle, Luke? I hope it was. I hope it's prepared you for tackling more difficult puzzles. Alright, can we look at these pictures? Professor, look at these paintings on the wall here. It's a very nice portrait, isn't it? I bet that's the late Baron Reinhold pictured there. But what about this one, Professor? Who could this pretty girl be? The two portraits are next to each other, so they're likely family. She's probably the Baron's daughter. That's exactly right, sir. You are looking at a portrait of Flora, the late Baron's daughter. Pardon me for asking, but I couldn't help but notice your keen interest in art. Would you care to take this old frame with you? It used to hold the most wonderful painting. However, now all that's left of it is this small scrap. Okay, yeah, and then there are mini games. I'm not gonna worry about the mini games, but like you'll unlock stuff to use in the mini games. So this is a piece of that old painting then? How interesting. Alright. Are there any other hint coins? Wonder if the Baron has any of my favorite books here. Oh, there's the hint coin. Okay.
Oh? Oh, you must be Professor Layton, I presume. It's an honor to make your acquaintance.
Oh no, the pleasure's all mine.
Also, I should say, like, the DS stuff, they didn't always have the best quality for audio when it came to the video, from what I remember. Or that, or it's probably partially the emulator's fault, or some of it's probably just on my end. Yeah, I'm not entirely certain about everything. Honestly, why am I constantly surrounded by incompetence? This is a disaster. Whatever is the matter? Oh, this is simply terrible. My dear, sweet baby, my Claudia. Your Claudia. Sweet, sweet Claudia, my little honeykins, my smooshy pie, my baby. Oh god, this is embarrassing just reading that. Matthew, Matthew! Madam, what is it? What in the world happened? My little Claudia got scared and ran off. Didn't you see her dart out of the room? I must have missed her. I'm terribly sorry, madam. Oh, you're just useless, aren't you? Professor, you didn't see which way my baby ran off to, did you? Your baby, madam? You're referring to that white cat I saw it run out the door a moment ago. What? And you just simply stood there and let her escape? Well, she is a cat. They are animals, after all. Animals must run about from time to time. You fool, she is not just a cat. She has a name, and that name is Claudia Reinhold. She is a delicate flower, and she is simply a mess when I'm not close by to comfort her. Matthew, I need you to find Claudia and bring her back immediately. About this little inheritance problem of yours, Lady Dahlia. That can wait. Can't you see we have a more pressing concern on our hands at the moment? Oh, good lord, what a bitch. You could have stopped her and you didn't, so you could have a responsibility to find Claudia and bring her back. Sending the professor off to find a silly cat. The nerve! Who do you think you are? Oh, it's fine, Luke. Besides, Lady Dahlia does have a point. It does seem we let Claudia run off. Madam, if you'll excuse us, we have a cat to track down. Thank you, and please hurry. My Claudia is such a delicate flower. Even the coarse outdoor air might prove too much for her. Noise of the manor was added to the list of mysteries. Okay, we're on to chapter 2, where we look for a cat. Oh, I've been going for already, huh? Well, not sure exactly how long I'm going to do this, but, you know, I will go as long as I can. Like, you know, I was thinking about going for at least a couple hours, maybe a bit more than that. Who can really say? But yeah, I'll figure it out when I get there. Look, there's a puzzle hidden here. I was kind of hoping I wouldn't trigger the hidden puzzle, but I did. On the table are 4 cubes made up of matches. Can you change 4 cubes to 3 by moving a single match? Okay. See if I remember.
Well, here's my guess.
Yes, I'm a genius.
I did it! Yes!
Yeah, also, I mean, if you've been watching up to this point, or if you heard me speaking earlier, if you didn't like jump in late or something, like, then you know this isn't a blind playthrough. I've played through all the Layton games before, but like, I have not played them as much as I've played like the Ace Attorney series, and you know, this is a good opportunity to go back through the Layton series, so why not? Piece of cake. Now let's go find more puzzles. Okay. Dahlia sure is fond of that cat. I assume that you're the famous Professor Layton, huh? My name is Gordon. I am one of the people who originally requested your services. I'd like to explain our situation further, but right now it's probably best to do as Lady Dahlia says. Spawn and coins. What I want. Name's Simon. I'm Baron Reinhold's nephew. My father is the little brother of Gordon there. Or rather, he was until he kicked the bucket, as they say. But I digress. So you're the famous Professor Layton? I thought you'd have more presents. Well, never mind that. I think you won't mind if I throw a puzzle your way. Shouldn't prove difficult for a man of your ability. Yes, if you're as good as they say, this shouldn't amount to much more than a distraction. I hate geometry. As shown in the diagram below, you have 1/4 of a circle. Within this circle is rectangle ABCD, which touches the edge of the circle at point D. Assuming that point B is located at the center of the circle, how long is the diagonal line AC? My brain's dying. Okay, that's gonna get annoying if I keep doing it. Okay.
There we go.
Is this right? Yeah, okay, that was right. Good.
Every puzzle has an answer.
Yeah. Characters say after the puzzles later. Also, other games have more characters. Also, what's interesting is the first 3 games. The first 3 games they're kind of like the take place after the next 3. So there's it started off with a trilogy of games, and then there's a trilogy of prequels, so it's kind of like Star Wars in that way. And then after that, then after the prequel trilogy with Star Wars, they came back with what's being referred to as the sequel trilogy, and had a female protagonist. And the sequel trilogy of Star Wars is divisive as hell. It's pretty funny how the Layton series is comparable to Star Wars. And here's the thing: with the Ace Attorney, not Ace Attorney, god damn it, with the Star Wars games, the Star Wars series, jeez, I'm not even saying the words right. With the Star Wars series, it's like the prequel trilogy wasn't received that well. I remember people not being too fond of the prequel trilogy of Professor Layton, but there are people that legitimately enjoy it. I'm not gonna lie, I find The Last Spectre, the first game in the prequel trilogy, kind of underwhelming. There are a lot of people that, I believe a lot of people didn't like the last game in the prequel trilogy, the Azrin Legacy. Honestly, though, I thought the last two games in the prequel trilogy, which were on the 3DS, I actually thought those were the best of the prequel trilogy, but, you know, that's just me. I know I'm not like the only one that has that opinion, but I'm just sharing my opinion. But like after that, they came back with another game. They switched to a female protagonist for that one, which is actually the professor's daughter. And well, it's the latest game at the time right now, Lane's Mystery Journey, is kind of a mixed bag. And like the Star Wars sequels trilogy, it's kind of divisive because, you know, there are people that like it, but there are people that hate it. You know, it's just kind of... It's actually a pretty weird game, but enough about that. Oh ho, it appears that you're the real deal, Professor. I apologize for doubting you there. It seems you've quite the mind for puzzles. But, oh ho ho, how unfortunate that you must waste your time on one of these ridiculous cat chases. They happen all the time. Yet every time that cat slips out, Lady Dahlia causes the biggest fuss. Don't even bother trying to talk her down. The best thing you can do is just go and find that cat. You're as bright as they say, you should have no trouble tracking down one little cat, right? Might as well just head on and look. Oh, look, she's right there. But if only it were that easy. Professor, there she is. I'm gonna get some more water. Drat, she ran off. We can't stop now. Let's give chase, Luke. Blast, that burns. Looks like the engine blew out. Oh, there's a Saint Mystere, eh? The famed stomping ground of the late Baron Augustus Rhino. Wonder what kind of tricks the old coot set up in this village before he shuffled off. Oh, Layton, you ridiculous dandy, just you wait. All the treasure you seek will be mine. Yeah. Oh, it's you, Mr. Please, call me Raymond. Ahoo-hoo. Can I be of some assistance? As a matter of fact, yes, Raymond, Lady Dahlia's cat slipped out of the house. Have you seen her about? You mean dear Claudia? I think I saw her pass through here and run into town a few moments ago. And you just stood there and watched? If that's the case, I sure wish he'd bothered to catch her before she ran away. Jeez. I have a nasty habit of clicking on the wrong screen. Let's go into this building now. There's something I find very charming about this chair. Oh, that reminds me, Luke. Have you heard this one before? Alright. Alright, a new multi-purpose event hall has been built in the center of town and will be used for everything from concerts to sporting events to conventions. With the hall complete, it's time to order the chairs. 5 chair designs labeled A through E are being considered, but of all these designs, only one chair is completely suitable for the auditorium. Which is it? Yeah, this is kind of obvious. I mean, 2 of these are kind of like, you know, more like lounge chairs, stuff that you relax in and stuff. One of them, office chair. And then one of them's like what you'd sit at when you get your hair cut. So, obviously, you just go with the only one that can be stacked. That's one of the easier puzzles. Yeah, but these puzzles can actually get pretty damn difficult. Yeah. But this puzzle isn't really that bad, so it's okay. Well done. I suppose this puzzle is too easy for you, my boy. You found a painting scrap. Which chair is now on your puzzle index? Alright. Now, let's see. Look for hint points. Okay, there's 1. Everything in here is caked in dust. Does that mean no one's been in here? If everything's caked in dust, that would mean no one's been in here in a long time, wouldn't it? Are there any other hint coins anywhere? Okay, I guess I'm just gonna do a candle puzzle then. Look here, my boy. This extinguished candle has reminded me of a simply wonderful puzzle. Oh, wonderful. Okay. How many are left? 10 candles stand burning in the dining room. A strong breeze blows in through an open window and extinguishes 2 of them. Checking back on the candles later, you see that 1 more candle has gone out. To make sure no more flames go out, you shut the window, assuming the wind doesn't extinguish any more candles. How many candles are left at the end? Okay, so here's 10 candles are there. Strong wind blows in and extinguishes 2 of them. Okay, so 2 of them are extinguished, and then 1 more is extinguished later, and then you close the window. And since they're still going, 7 candles will be melted, so you'd come back to 3 candles because they had already gone out and didn't melt all the way.
Here's my guess. Layton's apprentice.
Yeah, you see that, guys? I'm not a dumbass. I mean, I'm not as dumb as I may seem sometimes. That's correct. The 7 candles that manage to stay lit will melt down completely. The only candles that remain in the end are the 3 that are extinguished, and the wind and therefore stay intact. I think I actually used that puzzle on a friend before, and she had trouble figuring it out. Excellent work, my boy. Sometimes it's important to consider the obvious, too. Delving too deep into the implied can cause misconceptions. Yeah, that's one thing about Professor Layton. Like, they have a lot of puzzles where they have a setup where they're set up to have a simple answer, but they have a simple answer, but they're set up to make you overthink it, and some have a complex answer and are set up to make you underthink it. So it's kind of hard to find that balance between over and underthinking, but oh well. Hey, you two, help me out here, will ya? I'm in a real pickle. What seems to be the problem, sir? Some knucklehead went and raised the bridge while I was on break. Then, as if it wasn't bad enough, that chowder had made off with my only bridge crank. Oh dear, so you mean to say... You got it, buddy. Until that thing shows up, no one is getting in or out of town. I'm still looking for the blasted crank, but I'm seeing too much red to get anything done. What kind of punk pulls a prank like this anyhow? Oh yeah, I found this doodad in the street while I was looking for the crank. Yeah, you got an idea what it is? You found a strange gizmo, another minigame that I'm not going to do anything about. Vanishing Crank was added to your list of mysteries. Speaking of mysteries, I haven't looked at the mysteries in a little while. Let's see. Mysteries. While the professor was meeting with Lady Dahlia, Reinhold Manor was rocked by a noise so loud it shook the walls of the mansion, scared off Claudia. What could the source of that noise be? Someone has stolen the crank that controls St. Mystere's drawbridge, the soul portal in and of town. So the crank is recovered, there's no way to leave town. Why would somebody want to steal a drawbridge crank? Okay, so... in later games, it'll actually show the mysteries, it'll actually show you that, the information about the mysteries. We won't have to wait till later. Professor, have you noticed that that door is a different color than all the others in the area? And look at these vines. Have you seen vines growing on any other house in St. Mystere? The nameplate on the door says House of Puzzles. Indeed. I'm not quite sure what else lies behind the door, but it's clear there are puzzles hiding inside. Sadly, the door is shut tight, and there's no sense in waiting around for it to open. Let's return later. Guess I can't get it yet. Oh yeah, that guy has an annoying puzzle, so I'd probably be best off ignoring it. See if I can find any hint coins in here though. Hint coins, where are you? Hint coin? I'm not finding any. Oh well. I'm leaving. Okay. Aha, Fluffy, check. Purple bow, check. Sullen expression, check. No doubt about it. That's Claudia. Good eye, Luke. Now that we've located her, the question at hand is how to go about catching her. Leave this one to me, Professor. Ah, yes, I've forgotten that you have a way with animals. Well, go right ahead, then. Yeah, the thing is, Luke can talk to animals. It's not really explained. I don't think it's really ever explained why or how he's able to. It's just a thing that he's able to do. Here, Claudia. Here, girl. Luke, are you alright? I'm sorry I wasn't much help, Professor. She's far feistier than I imagined. Hmm? Yeah, I saw that cat. She almost scratched out your eye. Help catch her, you say? Thanks, but no thanks. I like living. Did you see that ferocious beast? I'm not going anywhere near her. Could you at least tell us in which direction she ran off? I saw that killer scurry off westward. She had fangs the size of daggers. Alright. Oh, I almost forgot. We have to visit the local inn and see if we can't procure some rooms for the night. Sounds good to me, Professor. Gosh, I am still all alone. I am very sad. Okay. If I add everyone on Discord, they're just gonna say I'm desperate. I'm just gonna retweet. Reminder that I'm streaming. Like, no one stuck around. I'm kinda sad about that. But oh well. I'm not gonna die if no one's here. I'm still gonna make it so people can watch this, I think. I mean, that's the plan anyways. I was certain I saw an inn near the entrance to the village, just south of the plaza we're in. Let's head over right now and see if we can't set up some... Alright. I guess we're going to the inn now, and we'll just worry about the other stuff later. Look, a hidden puzzle. I was hoping for a hint coin. Oh well, guess it's puzzle time. Alright, so A work from a famous artist has recently discovered. The painting is a self-portrait of the painter in his later years and is entitled "My Beloved." Assuming the artist wasn't a huge narcissist and referring to himself, his beloved should appear in the painting somewhere. Can you find his beloved? Alright. So what you're gonna do is move the pieces around. I don't think that's right. That's not right either. There we go. That's probably supposed to make a silhouette.
Well, here's my guess.
Yeah, but some of these I just kind of remember. Yeah, I'm noticing how this emulator is actually like just like it's going down from like 50 to like 59, 57. The lowest I see it go is like 57, but it actually goes up to like 61. Never seen it like that. It's just kind of weird. No, I just saw it hit 62. Yeah, pretty weird. I don't really know how this stuff works, but whatever. Easy peasy. Now let's go find some more puzzles. You seem really eager, don't you, Luke? Okay. It's a lot harder to find hint coins in the older games. Yeah, in versus Ace Attorney, though, I have a habit of like trying to find pretty much frickin' everything. Oh, hello there. Welcome to the inn at St. Mystere. We're the only inn in town, you know. You see, visitors to our little village are quite rare. Ah, good day, madam. We seek lodging for the night. Do you have any open rooms we could rent? Oh my stars, what terrible timing! We're currently remodeling all of our guest rooms. The only rooms left are in the attic, but if you don't mind that, I'll make sure you're very comfortable. I do hope you'll stay with us. It's been a while since a fine gentleman such as yourself stayed with us. Rooms are, not very big, but I'll make sure they sparkle. Can you come back in a bit? Oh, I'll do my best to get the normal rooms ready for you as soon as possible. Oh, thank you, but you needn't trouble yourself on my behalf. As long as I have a bed to sleep in, I'm satisfied. Yes, about that. Oh, what terrible luck. You see, all the beds are out being refinished. Oh, God. Don't worry, Mama Beatrice is going to take very good care of you. I'll even drop the nightly rate. And then you can get, from solving puzzles, you get items to put in your room, and it's kind of another minigame, but... Oh yeah, and whenever you get the items, you immediately decide who it goes to. So, I'll be doing that, but... I'll be pretty much ignoring it for the most part. Well, I stopped by the inn. We better get back to searching for Claudia, Professor. Okay. So, how go things? Learning the ins and outs of St. Mystere, are you? Yep, solving puzzles is the only way to get by here. That's what the villagers value the most. So, how about a puzzle right now? Little practice will keep you from embarrassing yourself in front of others later. I guess. As a die-hard non-conformist myself, I'm a sucker for any puzzle where you need to find the odd man out. Okay, well, let's see if I can figure this one out. Alright. 3 of the 4 images shown below are the exact same picture rotated in a variety of ways. Can you find the odd one out? Well, here we go.
I think I've got it. Layton's apprentice saves the day.
Okay, I got it. You certainly showed that puzzle who was boss, didn't you? Seems the training I've been giving you has paid off. Feel free to thank me in any way you see fit. Well, be seeing you around. Alright. Right screen, Connor. Click on the right screen. Okay. How many hint coins can I find? Can I find hint coins? I want hint coins. Hint coins. Hint coins! I want hint coins, not puzzle! Okay. One of the 4 shapes below has 1 less mash than the rest of them. Okay. While studying these 4 small shapes, your friend approaches you with a riddle. I'm thinking of something that is necessary for human life. It appears in just about every house you've ever visited and decreases in amount gradually the longer it is around. What am I thinking of? Move 1 match in the picture to form your answer to your friend's puzzle. It's food.
Well, here's my guess.
Yeah.
Professor, I've solved it.
Alright, the answer is food. Make sure you visit the grocery store before you run out of snacks. Gosh. Yeah, I'm kind of hesitant about the idea of working at a grocery store right now because of what's going on right now. It's a pretty crazy time to be alive, but you know, my mom wants me to be working somewhere, and you know, she's kind of pushing for somewhere like that, so who knows? Just gotta get over these anxious feelings I got. Gosh, I wish it were like as simple as like, you know, just go click thing, get job, or get in for interview, like right after that, but like nope. You gotta go to website, and then be overwhelmed by a huge fucking list. Because that's one of my problems. I'm overwhelmed way too easily. Oh well. But at least I'm not completely useless right now. I mean, I don't have a real job at the moment, and like I do stuff like YouTube, and I actually develop some games in my free time. I'm not as active with game development as I used to be, though. But like, I do develop stuff. It's mainly visual novels these days, but you know, I just do what I can. And when it comes to this kind of stuff, I mainly do it just so I can say I do some form of work. I'm sorry to trouble you, madam, but have you seen a white cat run by? A white cat? Ah, yes, it ran over that way, toward the park. And, may I ask, what are you planning on doing with it once you find it? Oh yeah, and I gotta be careful not to skip way too many puzzles, because it's required to let you solve a certain amount. We are going to take it back to Lady Dahlia. It's her cat, and she's asked us to bring it back to her. Aha, and you're going to try and catch the cat barehanded? Oh, good heavens. It's a bit naive, don't you think? Listen here, cats love treats, so try luring it over with some food. Kinda depends on the cat, because, you know, I've had cats just come up to me, like, my neighbors have this one cat, and, you know, just came up to me and let me pet him. He was an outdoor cat. My cat, though, he's an indoor cat. And he's an adorable little guy. He's just so cute. I love the little guy so much. He's such a cute cat. He's sleeping on my brother's bed right now. What do you suggest? Got some old fish bones around here that I'm sure the little thing would go wild over. I'm happy to give them to you if you solve this puzzle for me. Okay. 7 prize-winning pigs are lazing about in a pen. Okay, so they make sure they don't fight with each other. Section off the pen with 3 ropes. Can you hitch the ropes up to some of the posts shown below and separate each pig from its neighbor. Remember, not even a snout or curly tail can sneak over each partition. Yep, that's... Nope. That won't cut it. Yeah, this will probably work, though.
How does this sound?
Well, some of these puzzles are actually a lot less trouble than I remember. I must say, I'm very impressed. Here you go, then. Some fish bones, as I promised. Good luck with that cat. Might as well see what he's yelling about. Oh, I have just had it this time. Think I'm going to explode. Like a water balloon filled with rage. What's that? Why am I angry, you ask? Why am I angry? Lend me an ear, will you, guy? There are these 3 bozos in town, and we just can't stand each other. It's so bad that none of us want to see each other's ugly mugs, but St. Mystere ain't a big place, right? Sometimes we cross paths on the way to work. Just like that, bam, time for a screaming match. I sure do wish we could find a way to keep from bumping into each other in the mornings. Hang on now, you look like you got a good head on your shoulders. Do a guy a favor and help me with this. Okay, let's see if we can figure this one out. Okay, drop half between one man's home and his work by connecting matching blocks. The only catch is these men can't stand each other, so you have to make sure that none of the paths touch. To make a path, you just need to do is tap them. Okay. You gotta make it so they can only get... No. I mean, yeah, that would be the obvious thing, but, like, I don't know if that would be... Yeah, if I do this, then I'd be blocking C and A, so that doesn't work either. Okay, I'll try that. I'm only gonna find out that this isn't gonna work. I mean, yeah, this totally isn't gonna work. I got no way for B to get out like that. I don't know which would be the best one to start with. B can't get there then. Make sure B can get... Then C can't get anywhere. Shoot. How was this done again? Aim can't get anywhere that way. No, that doesn't work either. Ugh, God. Fuck me. Please don't. Yeah, don't actually do that. That would be kind of gross. Yeah, I don't think anyone else is going to be joining me, so... Oh well. Okay, let's just keep trying. So B and D are the ones giving me the most trouble. Yeah, that's not working either. And C is stuck. Crap. Let's see. There we go. Lord. Man, I almost had it. There we go. Okay, that was annoying as heck. Okay. I did it, thank God. Right, now those four guys don't even have to look at each other. Ah, thanks a million, guy. I can finally get to work without blowing my stack. I really mean it, Pally. You're a lot smarter than you look. Oh yeah, let me clue you in. That big ol' mess of a tower beyond the town square? Take a tip from me. If you know what's good for you, you'll stay away from that thing. Alright then. I'm off. Thanks again, buddy. What's this chick want? That guy gets so worked up, he turns red like a tomato. He looks so dumb. Well, it looks like her only purpose here is to be a bitch. Oh well. Worry about right now. Worry about moving on to the next area. So should be just in front of the amusement park. So let's go. I have no idea how many times I'm gonna comment on being alone, but you know, I'm still kind of sad about that. Professor, there she is. Quickly then, use the fish bones. Here, Claudia, come here, girl. Meow. Oh. We've done it, Professor. Here she comes. Excellent. Now we can head back to Reinhold Manor. Meow. Well, she looks happy. Well, the chapter is complete. That's good. Having successfully caught Claudia, Professor Layton and Luke decide to head back to Reinhold Manor. Are you becoming accustomed to moving around? Yeah, I know how to move. Yeah, I know. Some puzzles disappear. Some puzzles will disappear, but they'll reappear here if they... So you can still solve the puzzles you miss. Something doesn't seem quite right, Professor. Professor, oh, it's simply awful. Come quickly, please. What's the matter, Matthew? If you're worried about the cat, we've brought her back safe and sound. Oh, well, Madam will be very happy to hear that. But this is no time to worry about a cat. Just hurry upstairs. Right this way, please. So, you're the famous Professor Layton, then? Name's Chelmy. Inspector Chelmy. I'm the inspector on this case. Well, I'd hardly call it a case. This is about Claudia. We brought her back safe and sound. Oh, Claudia, my baby mama missed you so much. Oh? What's this cat do? What's this cat doing here? Why on earth would you bring an animal onto a crime scene? Have some sense. We were out when this crime took place and don't know what's going on. Could you please fill us in? There's been a murder, Professor. A man was killed here. What? Who was murdered? The victim was a resident of this address, one Simon Reinhold. Simon was... Approximately 2 hours ago, I received a report that a man had collapsed at Reinhold. On arrival at the scene, it was apparent to me that Simon was already dead. I see, and the cause of death? I'm currently conducting an investigation to look into it. I'll just let you know right now, Mr. Layton, I'm looking at you as a potential suspect as well. Now, was that when it happened, though? The rest of the details concerning this investigation are classified. Speaking of the details, who placed the call to the authorities? Are your ears clogged? You deaf? Didn't I just tell you those details are classified? Alright, everyone. I'll be taking statements from each of you in the other room. Come in one by one. Let me make this clear. Under no circumstances is anyone to leave until I've talked to everyone. Matthew, did you notice any strange characters around the manor at the time of the incident? Not a soul, I'm afraid. I didn't even know about Master Simon until Inspector Chelmy showed up. And where is Simon's body now? I didn't see this, but I was told that the inspector carried the body out shortly after arriving. I see. Well, it looks like for the moment, we are without a lead on this case. But you know, I found this in the room where Master Simon's body was discovered. What is this? Sorry to say I have no idea, but I thought it might be a clue, so I made sure to hold on to it. Amazing. It's a clog so small that one could search the room and miss it. Look, it has an engraving. A small cog? Now that you mention it, I know a puzzle about an object that almost fits that description. What? Are you joking? Puzzle? At a time like this? A puzzle? At a time like this? It's more likely than you think. Oh, Jesus. You're holding an 8-pointed shape with a red dot on it. You hold the shape so the red dot is in the position shown in diagram A, and then flip it over, you'll see a black dot depicted below. Now assume you are holding the shape shown on the left side of diagram B. Where will the black dot be when you flip it over? Draw a circle around where you think the black dot should go. I hate this puzzle. I really do. I freaking hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate this puzzle. I really do. I really dislike it. I don't like this puzzle at all. I really don't. Never will. Never going to. That's probably never gonna change. This puzzle's freaking stupid. Die in a fire for all I care. And, okay, let's see. Okay, let's try to solve this. Oh, come on. There we go. There we go. I got it. Fuck.
Frankly, I'm ashamed.
I didn't got it. Didn't get it. I didn't have it. Fuck. Okay, how about now?
That should do it.
Sorry, my hand slipped.
Critical thinking is the key to success.
Told you, I hate this puzzle. My apologies, but I'm afraid I don't know anything that would aid your investigation. Not at all. This small gear is more than enough for us to go on. But I do wonder why you're giving this to us. I believe you are a good man, Professor. confident you will put the whole of this puzzle together. I appreciate the vote of confidence, Matthew. Alright, let's talk to the inspector. Is this everyone who was present at the site of the crime? I believe we are missing Raymond, sir. Raymond? Where is he and what on earth is he doing? Matthew, fetch Raymond at once. To be honest, madam, thinking on it, I've not seen Raymond for a few hours now. What? Don't tell me he was taken as well. No, hold on a moment, he's a suspect too. Perhaps he fled the scene of his crime. Where could he be at a time like this? What if the murderer got Raymond too? Hey, where did Lady Dahlia go? I believe Madam has retired to the adjoining room to relax on her own. She's a strong woman, but it's only natural she'd need to rest after a terrible event like this. Very well then, would you please let her know that I have something I'd like to talk to her about? But of course, Professor, please wait here. Lady Dahlia might act like an ice queen, but I guess she was shaken by today's events. Luke, if you ever wish to become a true gentleman, you'll need to start showing a little more sensitivity. Oh, of course, Professor. I apologize. That was wrong with me. I don't really get... I don't think there's anything wrong with making those kinds of comments. It wasn't really insulting or anything. I don't think it was rude at all to say, but... Oh well. Madam will see you now. Just head back through that doorway on the left. How many hint coins can I find? What a lovely vase. Okay, any hint coins I can find here. I'm not really... I kind of just click on random places, so... Not really finding anything. Lady Dahlia, I have a deep suspicion that this murder is connected to the mystery of the Golden Apple. What? It's too early to say for sure, but I think that it's highly probable that the two matters are linked. Now, do you think that Raymond is somehow involved in all of this? Potentially, yes. However, as of yet, we don't have enough information to draw any solid conclusions. I see. If that's the case, I have a request for you, Professor. Find Raymond and bring him back here to me. It sickens me that I am being considered a suspect in this brutal crime. I must prove my innocence at once. As you wish, Lady Dahlia, we will ask around town to see what we can find. I appreciate your help, Professor. Well then, I'll be awaiting the good news in the parlor. Alright, Chapter 3, The Missing Servant. I'm gonna figure out where the hell Raymond went. Okay. Look at this picture. Look at this picture. What is it, Professor? Oh, isn't that Lady Dahlia? She's holding a baby. That baby must be Baron Reinhold's daughter, then. Laura was her name, wasn't it? Gosh, what a cute baby. Lady Dahlia hasn't changed much, has she? You know, Luke, they say true beauty never ages. Suppose so, Professor. But even so, it makes me wonder. Maybe we can ask Lady Dahlia. Can we? Pardon me, but we happened upon an adorable picture of you and your daughter Flora a moment ago. I beg your pardon? The picture of you holding a baby, the one that sits in the next room. I'm sorry, but you must be mistaken. I've never had any children. Huh? My apologies, madam. I must have been mistaken. At any rate, this is the time is of the essence here. Go find Raymond and bring him back, would you? That's not Lady Dahlia on the photograph, then who on earth could it be? I think we do well to ask the butler a few questions. Perhaps he can clear this up for us. Alright, so mysteries. So yeah, somebody sold the crank, tiny cones, a small cog with an intricately carved insignia was recovered from the scene of Simon's murder. Perhaps the murderer dropped it when fleeing the scene. Ah, okay. So now Shelby's got a puzzle, from what I recall. I'm not going to try to do every puzzle because some of these I definitely like to avoid. So if I know a bad puzzle's coming, I'll probably try to avoid it. This was popular in London when I left. I wonder if you have what it takes to solve it. Alright, 5 suspects called to the police headquarters for questioning. They give the following statements. A says 1 of us is lying. B says 2 of the 5 of us are lying. I know these guys, and 3 of the 5 of us are lying. D, don't listen to a word they say. Out of the 5 of us, 4 are lying. E, all 5 of us are dirty, rotten liars. The police only want to release the suspects who are telling the truth. How many people should they let go? Well, A says 1 of them are lying, but it contradicts other statements. 2 of us are lying. 3 of us are lying. All of us are lying. 4 of us are lying. How many people should we let go? And I hit the wrong screen again. God. When will I learn? Here we go. Only 1 person was telling the truth.
Another puzzle solved.
Right. Every suspect accused a different number of people. If anyone was telling the truth, it had to be 1 suspect. 1 suspect, more or less. No more or less. The only suspect who fits that condition is D. It looks like he's a free man now. I suppose I should have given you a tougher puzzle to solve. You do best to use that brain of yours to find that golden apple everyone is a buzz about. Okay, let's talk to the butler. Ah, Matthew, do you have a moment? Certainly, sir. How can I help you? It's about the picture of Lady Dahlia upstairs, the one of her holding a small child. Ah, yes, about that old picture. That's not Lady Dahlia, I'm afraid. It's a picture of Baron Reinhold's former wife. But I certainly understand why you would mistake one for the other. They were virtually identical in appearance, their gesture, and even the way they moved. So that photo isn't of Lady Dahlia, but of an earlier wife of the Baron. Wow, imagine finding someone who looks that much like you. What are the odds? Is there a chance the 2 were relatives of one another? Never heard anything to suggest as much, sir. Just happened one day, the Baron arrived home and at his side was Lady Dahlia. Sorry to say that's all I really know about the matter. Not at all. You've been most helpful. Thank you, Matthew. How odd. The more I hear, the stranger the whole affair starts to sound. Yeah, how peculiar. Baron Reinhold's late wife Violet is pictured cradling a baby in a photograph on Lady Dahlia's desk. While the 2 women seem to be complete strangers to each other, their resemblance to each other is too uncanny to be chance. What's really going on here? Quite mysterious, although I already know the answer. Rawr. These are Simon's glasses, but how on earth did they end up here? This could be a key clue in the investigation. I think it would be best if we brought this to Inspector Chelmy. What's the matter, Mr. Layton? Inspector, take a look at these. These glasses belong to Simon. We found them out in the garden. What the? I imagine they simply fell off the body when it was being carried out of the village. Besides, if you have enough time to manage the village lost and found, shouldn't you be searching for the Reinhold inheritance or whatever it is you're supposed to be doing? Of course, if you continue to interrupt my investigation, I have some ideas about what you can do. My sincerest apologies, Inspector. What a dick. I don't like that Shelmy one bit. He reeks of smoke, and he's so full of himself. And the way he treats you, Professor, is just too much. Luke, my boy, pay it no mind. Right now, we have other priorities. Let's go ask around town and find Raymond. Look at you fretting away there. Whatever's the matter? Sorry to trouble you, but did you see Raymond around here today? He was here until just a little while ago. No, I can't say I've seen him today, which is strange considering how often he sneaks off on the job. But enough of that. I hear you're quite an ace with puzzles. Would you mind helping me out with a puzzle I've been mulling over? Oh, right now we're sort of in the middle of something right now, but if you insist. Fucking priorities, am I right? Have you heard of one-line puzzles? The idea is to place your pen to paper and draw a shape without lifting your pen from the pad or retracing any part of the line. You can, however, cross lines. Now that you're familiar with the concept, look at the 4 pictures. Which of them cannot be drawn with just one line?
That should do it.
Like I said, I'm a frickin' genius.
Critical thinking is the key.
Except when I'm not. Yeah. Okay. Now let's get back into it. That's some fine work there. I was stuck on this puzzle for I don't know how long. Ah, you there, boy. I just had a terrible vision of you running into trouble tonight. So be careful out there, alright? Well, that was a welcome piece of news. Don't worry about me, because I don't scare easily. Hey, you two. What you up to? Let me in on the secret. Ah, I got it. I got it. Don't tell me. I told you I got it. Out searching for somebody, huh? Hitting the streets for info, yeah? But sorry, I haven't your man. Well, I didn't think you did anyway, so, screw you. Are you sure you didn't see or hear anything that might help us? No, I got nothing for it. Quit asking me about it, sheesh. I see. Well, in any case, thank you for your time. Oh yeah, and good luck with your crazy search. 2 crazy kids on a crazy search, right? Right. But definitely do not go poking around the tower on the north side of town, got it? Yeah, you got it. Tower on the north side of town? How do you even get to that part of town? Do you remember that clock tower in the square? I believe we must pass through it to get to the north side of town. Let's go check it out. That's the clock tower you're talking about, right, Professor? Yes, quite right. Someone's standing under the entrance. Well, I don't want to worry about it quite yet. There seems to be a puzzle embedded in this door. I could have sworn there was nothing there a minute ago. Fascinating, this puzzle appears to be acting as some sort of lock for this door. How delightful. Luke, my boy, why don't you give this puzzle a try? I'm almost certain the door will open if you solve it. Okay, can you get the red ball out of the maze? Slide obstructing block out of the way to clear a path for the ball. This problem could be solved in as few as 12 moves. I don't know if I'll be able to do as few as 12, but I'll do my best. Yeah, this is definitely taking more than 12. Oh well, I don't really care. Oh no, the ball's stuck. Shit. Not very gentlemanly words coming from my mouth, huh? The ball's still stuck. Frick. Let's start over. Well, 15 ain't bad.
Here's my guess. Professor, I've solved it.
Well done. With all these blocks in the way, getting your ball to the goal was much... It's harder than you expected. It wasn't that hard. The door should open up right now. Yeah, there are some puzzles that I spent like, oh my god, I don't know how much time on, but like, quite a bit. Why, howdy. You often find yourself hopelessly, achingly, painfully stuck on puzzles? Well then, Sonny, you've come to the right place. Welcome to Granny Riddleton's Puzzle Shack. Granny Riddleton? Where can we find this lady? Isn't it obvious? She's right in front of you, boy. No wonder you have trouble solving puzzles. Yes, you are gazing at the beautiful and clairvoyant Granny Riddleton. Guide to the Puzzled Puzzlers. Beautiful and clairvoyant? Professor, do you know what she's going on about? Fret not, Luke. Why don't you let me do the talking here? Sorry to disturb you, Miss Riddleton, but by clairvoyant, do you mean to say that you have psychic powers? Can you do things like, say, pick a criminal out of a crowd or visualize the location of lost objects? Pshaw, any fortune teller can do that, so one of you can see a few days into the future. Big whoop. My specialty, you see, is puzzles. Puzzles people forget about, puzzles people miss. Surely you boys have had a few of those, eh? No need to turn red, it happens to the best of puzzlers. What I do, you see, is I take those poor, lost little puzzles and invite them to come stay with me. Wow, so those puzzles that we tried but weren't able to solve, those puzzles are here now? Hehe, looks like you finally figured out what makes me so amazing, boy. Now go ahead and give a knock on the door of that little shack behind me. Inside, you'll find rows of cute little jars, each one of them stuffed with a forgotten puzzle. I bet you can find those lost puzzles of yours somewhere in the midst of my little pretties. Okay, so I will probably continue this playthrough later. I think I'm gonna call it a night. I mean, I'm a little sad nobody was viewing, but oh well, not really much I could do about that. But it's okay. I mean, I'm sure people have better things to do than watch me play a brain game. Who knows? Maybe we've gotten more attention if I played something like Brain Age. Joking, of course. I don't know if people would even be interested in that, but I guess I'm not really playing something that a lot of people in like my Discord server are interested in. I don't think people check my Twitter way too often. And, you know, maybe I need to advertise on my YouTube channel that I do a Twitch sometimes. I mean, it's been a while since I've done it regularly. I don't have a set schedule yet, but some nights I will do it. Since today's Wednesday, I could probably keep trying to do Wednesday nights for the time being. There will be a point where I'm not able to do Wednesday nights, probably. So, but for now I can because I'll be home on Wednesday nights, but if I don't have anything going on Friday, I might do it then. Maybe tomorrow if I still feel like it. I'll see if I can get like 2 to 3 times a week if I'm motivated enough. But we'll just have to wait and see. I'll just figure it out when I get there. I'll make a backup save file. But yeah, I'll play more later. And so I'd like to thank all 0 people for joining the stream. I'm a little disappointed because usually I get at least one person, but you know, can't really do anything about that, so whatever. So I guess this is just the end of the stream now, so have a good day or whatever, or night, whatever the time of the day it is whenever you're watching this. If you are watching it, anyways.